Hi everyone, today we're going to show you how we took the standard Hive game, magnetized it, and turned it into a play as you walk by game that you can either play on the front of your fridge, or you can geek right out and build the full Hive board as shown that you can hang on your wall. Stay tuned for all the details. First we made a quick template the size of a Hive Game piece. We cut ours out on the laser, but you could just use a thin piece of cardboard. Put a center hole in so you'll know where to mark the pieces. We took the pieces over to the drill press. We decided on 3/8 inch magnets, so we put a 3/8 inch Forstner bit in and set the drilling depth to the height of 2 of the magnets and drilled the back sides of all of the pieces. We then inserted the magnets. We put a drop of super glue between each piece to make sure that they stayed in place and also ensured that all of the magnets went in the same direction. At this point, you could stop there and just use the pieces to play on any magnetic surface like the front of your fridge. We just hand wrote turn markers and away we went. Or stay tuned and we'll show you how we built the full board that you can hang on your wall. We started with some whiteboard that we purchased at an office supply store. Then mounted a metal cutting blade into our table saw. We pried the edges off the whiteboard and cut the pieces to size on the table saw. We picked up some metal at a local metal supply store and had them cut it to size. We then took some cherry wood veneer, marked it, and cut it slightly larger than a piece of metal. We added glue, in this case rubber cement, as we're gluing metal to wood. We then weighted it down so we'd get a nice adhesion. We needed our game board to match the same thickness as the whiteboard, so we found this piece of plywood that was just perfect and glued it to the back side of the game board to get our final thickness. Then started cutting the pieces for our framework. We cut 6 pieces, 1.5 inches wide, 2 at 32 inches, 3 at 20 inches, and 1 at 8 inches. The pieces are slightly oversized so we can trim them to our final dimensions. We then ran them through the sander to ensure that they were all at the same thickness. We decided to take the extra step and added walnut veneer to the back side of the whiteboard and to the game board. While you won't see it while it's hanging on the wall, we would know it was there. We designed the plane surface in the computer for the engraving. We then ran it through the laser engraver to get our final playing surface. Optionally, you could leave it blank and just have a wide open surface to play on. While the playing surface was engraving, we got out our dado set to make the grooves in the frames. We set our depth and centered it through each piece, flipping it around and running it through again to ensure that it was right in the center. We made sure the grooves matched the same thickness of the whiteboard and the game board. We then grooved the 4 pieces on the outside on one side and the 1 20-inch piece and 1 8-inch piece on both sides. The game board was now engraved and ready to be installed. We trimmed the 4 outer pieces to size. In our case, there was 2 at 30.5 inches and 2 at 19.5 inches. We lowered the dado blade and made a 1/2-inch tenon on each side of the double-sided pieces. After trimming, we did a dry glue up to ensure everything fit properly, and then did the final glue up. It was time for a sanding, going through the different grits. A little hand sanding along the edges. We decided to go with a French cleat style of hanger, so we temporarily installed the male portion onto the game board to make it easier for later. We wanted to do some embellishments, so we designed some on the computer and engraved and cut them out on the laser. We taped off the whiteboards and then sprayed the whole unit with multiple coats of a high-gloss lacquer. We then reinstalled the male portion of the hanger. We then installed the female portion of the hanger on the wall. We used the little level that came with it to ensure that we got everything straight. And you're ready to game. Your pieces will initially fit on the whiteboard, ready to make your first move. As always, please hit like and subscribe. We have lots of other cool geeky things coming up. Thanks for watching.